last night I was lucky enough to do some learning with the great Patrick Holford, and we were talking about the development of dementia and preventing it. And we all think of that as being a disease for older people after the age of 60 or 70 perhaps, and that is really, really wrong. Like cancers, like all diseases, they develop decades before, and in the case of dementia, it's building up from the age of about 40. And this particular area of science we were learning about and looking at was all to do with a very damaging amino acid we already are aware of called homocysteine. Now, when we eat proteins, we break a particular kind of protein, a particular brand, a type of amino acid called methionine down, and in that process it creates another amino acid called homocysteine. Now, if your body has everything it needs, enough B vitamins, it's functioning really well, that homocysteine then gets converted into a very harmless substance that's actually very beneficial to the body, called S-adenosyl methionine. Now, in some people that conversion doesn't happen, and this homocysteine gets stuck, it can't convert, and then we acquire more and more and more, and it builds up. And we already know that this amino acid is linked to cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, strokes, all sorts of vascular damage. But what's really interesting is this link with dementia and it building up over time. So homocysteine, when it builds up, it actually causes the hippocampus in the temporal medial lobe to shrink. And I've seen scans of this. It's just shocking, really. And I've seen the studies relating the levels of homocysteine to this brain shrinkage. And this is happening over time. So this is something that we can do something about, because we can measure our homocysteine levels. We can do it with just a very simple blood test. And that's something that could be done yearly, 2 yearly, and to keep your eye on. This level doesn't want to be above 10. In some people, this will be 40, 50, 60, 70, and it's got to come down. And the way to do that is B vitamins. So if you are low in B12 and folate, a few other nutrients, then you're at risk of this. So it's really important that you test those as well and get those up to par. So I like this because preventative medicine is everything. It means that we can take control of our futures, take control of our health and what our children are going to have to deal with, because ultimately if we get dementia, it's their lives that's affected. So watch this space. I'll be talking more about testing, talking more about this over the coming weeks. Take care.